we will discuss what is the effect of pressure on the volume of carbon dioxide gas at different constant temperature. So with the help of this animation, I'll show you when we are varying the temperature, then what is the effect of the pressure on the particular volume. That means certain volume of carbon dioxide gas we have taken, and then we are maintaining the temperature, certain temperature. At that temperature, what is the pressure, what is the volume for a particular carbon dioxide gas variation. Let us understand with the help of this animation, that is a graph. Let us study the effect of pressure on the volume of carbon dioxide gas at different constant temperatures. That means particular temperature we are selecting, like 13.1 or 20.1, like that. So at that particular temperature, we are going to study the pressure volume relationship as well as how the process of liquefaction will be there. That is how the gas is becoming into the liquid, that we need to study. So how we are going to study means by increasing the temperature with the help of the graph. I will be explaining with different temperature. Please follow the graph carefully. Okay. Then you see, first we have selected 13.1 degrees Celsius. Here we are taking in this manner the gaseous state. See, the graph is like this. What are the indications that we are getting means this is the gaseous state up to this particular point. Later the process of liquefaction starts, that is gas starts becoming liquid. Then at this particular point liquefaction is completed, and all of a sudden the pressure will be increasing because we have taken the liquid here. That means gas has completely converted to liquid. That is, here we are taking V1 as the volume. What happens? The volume value will be more, but the pressure, see the corresponding pressure, it is low. Why? Means gases occupy higher volume. When they are occupying the higher volume, what happens to the pressure? Pressure should be less. It is in accordance with the Boyle's law. Then here the gaseous state only there. Then naturally the pressure value is slowly increasing as the volume value slowly decreases, and then at this particular point the liquefaction starts. Here to here both gaseous and liquid state coexist because gas is slowly converted to liquid. Then here the particular point the entire liquefaction completes, as a result of which what happens? The volume value decreases. Here the volume, see, in comparison here the volume value is low. That's why it is shooting up. That means the value of the pressure increases as the volume decreases. Pressure increases, volume decreases. That's how we explain this curve here. The curve indicates all those things. It is giving a lot of information to us. Next, let us observe the shape of the curve when we are varying the temperature. At 13.1 degrees Celsius, the curve is like this. See, when we are joining all the points, see here Y, B is there. So this point indicates where the liquefaction starts, and this point indicates where the liquefaction completes. See, when we are joining all these points, we are getting the curve like this, and then here the area under this is indicating gas liquid equilibrium, because I told just now that this area indicates gas and liquid state, both the states are present, hence it is indicating the gas liquid equilibrium. And then exactly at the point Z when we are taking, or C we are taking here, this is indicating only the liquid state, here only the liquid state, here only the gaseous state. What is the unit of pressure? So it can be measured in atmospheric pressure, which we usually abbreviate it as ATM, small a, small t, small m. So atmospheric pressure. Then it is centimeter of mercury, cm of mercury, also another unit. And next unit is torricel. It is usually called as tar. Tar is the unit of pressure. Then coming to the conversion, 1 atmospheric pressure is equals to 76 cm of mercury, that is centimeters of mercury. Or when we are converting into mm of mercury, it is 760 mm of mercury. When we are converting into tar, it is 760 tar, that is 1 atmosphere pressure is equals to 760 mm of mercury, or 1 atmospheric pressure is equals to 760 tar. 1 atmospheric pressure equals to HdG, height into density into acceleration due to gravity. So height is 76 cm of mercury, which is also equal to 0.76 m of mercury. You can get that out why we are considering the m means here the Pascal we are calculating, that's why meter is important. D equals to density, so 1000 kg per meter cube we are taking. Then acceleration due to gravity, that is G equals to 9.8 meter per second square. So then if we are introducing all these values, how we are going to get 1 atmosphere equals to 0.76, then it is 13.6, because this conversion factor we are doing into 1000 into 9.8. So we are going to get 1 atmosphere equals to 101.325 kilopascals, or 1 bar equals to 1 into 10 to the power 5 Newton per meter square, or it is also equal to 10 to the power 5 Pascal.